I've got, like literally probably 15 other questions I want to ask you. So I'm going to have to pick one because we're close on time and this can be our closing question. But it's less of a question, maybe more of a topic. One of the things I loved in one of your newsletters is you talk about extreme people have extreme outcomes, which is something I have seen. It's really resonated with me. But you go even deeper than that and you talk about why that's the case. And one of the points that you make is we're going to talk about why extreme people have extreme outcomes and why that's generally a positive thing. But one of the things you talk about is that, because this is true, it's why you don't appreciate some of the criticisms of founders and artists. It makes me think of Kanye, it makes Elon Musk. You can go down the list of like high profile people that have achieved a lot that are just, quite different, and so it's people that they're getting criticism for maybe being eccentric or just how differently they are being extreme, and yet they've achieved incredible things. Talk a little bit about why that is special and significant to you and why being an extreme person is a good thing or can be a good thing.
Yeah, I think that basically the way that people tend to think about things is, oh, that's an interesting extreme result. Like LeBron James, wow, what an incredible extreme outlier. And yet they don't think about what it took for LeBron to become LeBron. Like, I'm sure that his friends, his mom, are probably extremely well meaning. And at some point or another have been like, LeBron, why don't you come to dinner with me and stop playing basketball? You know what I mean? Or like, Kanye, why don't you get out of your room and like stop composing music or whatever it is? And I think that people don't understand how, or don't appreciate that extreme outliers, extreme results come from making distinctly different choices than like the average person. And I just wish that, like, I want to live in a world that has way more human creativity, way more human flourishing, way more people like being themselves, doing their weird thing, like getting into whatever weird thing that people are into and like getting into it 100%. And I think that so many people are like have this social pressure sort of like norm where people expect that Kanye can be Kanye and then just be a totally normal house guest. You know what I mean? Whereas I want to remove that expectation and like allow people to feel like, hey, I'm going to do this thing that it's exciting to me, that's unique to me, that's weird for me. And I'm also going to surrender the expectation that I'm going to be normal and understandable and like perfectly like understood and normal to everyone around me in my life. I just think that those two things are like fundamentally incompatible. And I wish that more people would realize that if you are going to do something amazing, great, try and do something out there that no one's done before, or even just like try and improve yourself 10%, 20%, whatever. You just have to accept that for whatever reason, other humans are going to tell you to chill out, slow down, don't try so hard. That's weird, whatever it is. And I wish that people would just be okay and internalize that if I'm going to try and start this company, if I'm going to try and be an outlier and become super wealthy, super great technologist, super great musician, I have to accept that like what comes with that is a lot of amazing things and a lot of like conversations where people are like, why are you doing that weird thing? You know what I mean?
Totally. Or just, I think a lot of feeling judged and to that point as well, too, I think being different